Welcome, everyone, to the PlayStation Livecast stage. I'm Meredith Molinari, and I'm super excited to talk about everyone's favorite marsupial, Crash Bandicoot.
Crash is back!
He's back! He's so hot right now, too.
He's totally hot right now. We saw him in, first we saw him in Skylanders Imaginators, where somehow he got himself his own level. And then I don't know if you know it, he was in the Netflix episode of Skylanders Academy. You know, somehow he got on set, and he's guest appeared there.
He knows people.
He probably knows. He's crashing the party.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, and then we saw him in Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
So
that was a cool little Easter
he's
egg.
letting
I
us
think
know that
surprised.
it was his 20th anniversary as well.
Yeah.
So he's letting us know that this is his time. You know, he's back.
So when did the idea first come about, or how long has this been in the works? Because I know people have been asking for it for a long time. So when did you guys first decide we have to bring Crash back?
Well, I mean, that's true. Fans have been clamoring. We've all been clamoring for this for a long time. Everybody's wanted Crash back. So we've been working on this for a while. And when you find out you're going to be working on such an iconic and beloved series of games, like especially the first three, which are arguably again the most iconic, beloved of the Crash Bandicoot franchise, you're just like, oh my God, what an amazing opportunity.
Is it a little scary? Because there's a big legacy attached to Crash.
Oh yeah, it's a little scary, all right. Yeah, I think after the team started working on it for a bit, once the rumors started going around and we hop on the message boards and then we see the YouTube videos of people like, oh, you totally need to put this in the game. I think it started to sink in a little bit.
A little bit of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And we just knew we had to get this right. You have to nail this because it's a beloved, game. Crash is precious to fans, so we knew we had to get this spot on.
I mean, it's a game that really helped define what it means to be a PlayStation game. I mean, it's a game that defined a lot of kids' childhoods, so that's really important to us. We got to honor that.
Absolutely. Well, just from what we saw in the trailer that you guys showed at the showcase, it looks amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, we were talking about even just his eyebrows have so much detail. It's really a really rich version of the game. It's not just like, or at least to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it doesn't look like, oh, we just took the levels and just made the graphics prettier. Like, this has actually been rebuilt from the ground up to make it glorious looking.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. I mean, we consider it kind of like a AAA remaster. The team really kind of approaches it like, they would any other original title. It's getting that much love and care.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good examples of that in the game. You take a look at the levels. We start with something very simple, which is some of the original geometry we got. And then we start really building on top of it and adding all the personality and charm and lushness and detail that, I think really the game deserves.
And music.
Yep.
Everyone was very excited to hear that music back.
Oh yeah, note by note, we're recreating this from the ground up. And like I said, like Dan said, the team is really, really passionate about getting this right and doing right by fans. So they're all in.
That's awesome. So we're actually going to be able to take a look at it.
Yeah, let's
today,
see some stuff.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
We'll take a look. So walk us through. So I know there's all three. We don't have time to look at all three of everything today.
Yeah, and things are still in development. So, what we wanted to show first was the intro cinematic. It's a great example of, like Dan said, how seriously we're taking this. We're treating it exactly like, we would an original title. We've brought on our whole cinematics team. We have cinematics quality models and rigs. And what that allows us to do is really sort of dial in on performance, facial performance, and just really bring out the personalities of these characters that fans love so much, but really staying true to the original story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, Crash was like this cartoon character, and we really wanted to not only capture Crash, but all the inspirations that Naughty Dog had leading up to Crash. So, it's I think the cinematic pretty much says it all at this point.
I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous to look at. It's so vibrant. I mean, you talk about him being like like this like crazy comic character, and there is a little bit of that, but it's almost like more 3D modeled version of him.
Yeah.
It's like every little bit of his fur is popping up, and all the other characters really wasn't just about him. The whole environment speaks.
Yeah.
Everyone
loves
face.
to hate Dr. Neocortex. So he's back.
He still hasn't found a shirt, though. Crash still can't find a shirt that fits him.
Yeah. He wants you to, especially now that he has fur, he doesn't need a shirt.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
All right.
So we're going to get into the first, which is Insanity Beach. Is
Yep.
going to take a look at first?
Yep.
Yep.
Very cool.
So this is the first level of the first game. It's probably one of the most iconic levels, especially that first shot. And speaking of music, the track from the first level, it's so sticky. When we're working on this, like I find myself like walking around singing it all day. It's just getting this right again was just really, really important to us.
Yeah. So as you're playing through, I mean, again, it's just the level of detail that we've been looking at here. I mean, we've got Crash in widescreen now, and it seems like a simple thing, but it isn't. I mean, we're able to pack in so much more at this point and really kind of be true to, the original concepts of Crash. We went back to some of the original work and things like that and really found inspiration in that. And yeah.
Now, along with the music being from the original, what about some of the voice acting?
Yeah, we all of the voice actors, we brought the whole cast back, but to re-record all the lines and emotes, and as Dan said, there's like
Wait, they re-recorded it brand new?
Re-recorded brand new,
Yep.
and like
Yep.
I mean, with what Dan said, that especially with today's technology, we're allowed to have a lot more variation. So what you'll see in some of these characters, it won't just be one sound of attacking or pain. You can have a whole variation. So I think almost all of the voice actors have been involved in the franchise at one time or another.
Yep.
So it's been really, and they had a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun doing this again.
That's so crazy too, like 20 years later, you're like, hey, let me give you a call. I need you to come back and do this again.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
so
really
fun.
great.
This is adorable.
Yeah. So obviously we've left no turtle unturned and make I'm sorry.
It's so easy. I love it.
I know.
Crash humor.
Crash is full of puns. So, but it's those kind of levels of details where we can just really have fun getting into those moments, which are just so delightful, and what make this game so fun and beloved.
So one of the great things about the gameplay in Crash is, it drives you to want to go back and play again and again. And we see our friend downstairs has unfortunately missed some boxes. So
Unlucky 13.
Yeah.
Oh, boss.
So we're going to ask him to try and go through it again.
Okay.
And perfect it.
And see if we can do better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I hope he does. We'd love to see there's a really nice victory celebration at the
fun.
end as well. But yeah, we'll see if he gets through it or not.
That's very cool. And that's what I love so much about games
Yeah.
like this is the replayability.
Yep.
Where you get it and you're like, I didn't beat it, and now I'm angry with myself, and I have to do better.
Yep.
And then you want to keep going back and back. And it's always finding all those little extra boxes when you get the extra prizes
Yep.
from it. It's like,
Exactly.
oh, it's a reward,
Yep.
hooray.
Absolutely.
And even when you do well, you're just like, oh yeah, I can do better.
Yeah.
And go back and so we'll see how Bosco does this time.
Yeah. Now it's really important. Uh-oh, did he lose his mask?
He lost his
Uh-oh. All right, well, we'll see.
Let's see if we can pull it off. Bigger
Yeah.
challenge for him now.
But it's really important for us that, this is a game for old and new fans alike.
Yeah.
And certainly with new fans, we've done a lot of things to make it even easier to pick up and play than before. We've done a lot of work with the controls and the checkpointing and things like that. But we still want to make sure that there's that challenge there and that compulsion to go back and do more like we were
Absolutely.
talking about. So one of the things we added, which we think fans will be super excited about, is the fact that there's going to be time trials everywhere.
Oh, nice.
In all the levels instead of just in the third game. We don't have that to show today, but tell you what, people have been working on it in the office, and they can't put it down.
That sounds awesome. Well, that's what I love too. I mean, you talk about this is the 20th anniversary of Crash. You only have to be 18 years old to be here at PSX. So I'm sure there are some people here that probably weren't even alive when the last Crash came out.
Okay.
So it's really cool to have them be able to rediscover something that they heard about growing up, where they were like, oh yeah, I was just a little bit
Yeah.
too old. When I got into games a little too late to actually experience Crash, and now they get to. It's like getting like your folklore
Yep.
back out
Yep.
and
Yeah.
And
really experience the history.
that's really important to us, that new fans get a
Yeah.
chance to, love basically the Crash that we came to know and love as well.
Sure. Or now that you're older enough, and maybe my age or older, you may have kids, and you
Yeah.
can get your kids into the game then.
Yeah, it's a
That's
great
really
game
cool.
to pass around on the sofa and watch each other play, and he did it. He did it.
What?
We did it.
Yeah,
We proved
woo!
us wrong. Fantastic.
Perfect.
So yeah, so of course he coughs up that gem, out of his throat, as you would.
Of course.
So I think the final thing we're going to check out is another level that happens a little further into the first game.
Okay.
A little more challenging.
A little more challenging. That was one of the reasons we wanted to show it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to make it through it all in time or not. But
I don't know. We doubted him last time, and then he showed us.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we'll see. Now,
But,
this is a portion of what we actually saw in the preview, in the showcase as well, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this does not look easy.
No. No, we've actually seen some people playing on the floor, and they've gotten through it. So
Wow.
that's
There's
pretty
some
impressive.
serious
Yeah.
gamers here at this
Yeah.
PSX.
Another reason
No joke.
I like this level a lot is it's a great example of the level of detail and how we're modernizing these games. You know, everybody that's seen this so far, all the fans that have seen this are going, oh, it's heavy machinery. They recognize it right away. It instantly feels entirely familiar. Like they know what this is. But they're also starting to notice the level of care and attention and detail that's all been added new. Because like again, we're building this right from the ground up. You know, teams like all the rivets and the wheels and the pipes and those are all new to this version.
I won't even ask you how many hours you guys have already spent working on this.
A few hours.
Yeah,
I mean, a few hours.
Yeah.
Just a few. Yeah. So you notice he just picked up a token there. That's another thing that we've been really looking and paying attention to is bonus rounds. For the Crash fans and Crash 1, the bonus rounds, they were cool. They provide a lot of challenge, but they had a few hiccups.
Okay.
So that's one of those types of improvements we've been looking to make, just easier to get into some of the bonus rounds, easier to replay them, and just take a lot of the lessons learned over the years and kind of apply them back. So
And speaking of over the years, not that I want to get greedy or anything, but is there an option maybe in the future to remaster future games? I've had a couple people on Twitter ask me about Crash Team Racing. So any chance that maybe in the future we'll have more Crash coming along?
Well, that's a really good idea.
I mean,
good, right? We'll jot that one down.
Yeah, we'd love it. I mean, all these people are asking about new Crash, other things. We'd love that. All of us who are fans would love to see those kind of things come back. So.
But of course, we can't talk about any future plans.
Of course not.
And,
We'll
of
just
course
say
we're
it's a great
focusing on
idea.
this right.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yes.
we're focusing on this right now as well. So.
Absolutely. Well, it looks great. Continue focusing on this because I know all of us can't wait to get out there and play it. So thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you for bringing Crash back into all of our lives. We really appreciate it.
PlayStation